Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another Skyrim video, this time a viewer request to take a look at how enchanting works in Skyrim. So this is going to be a very simple video on how to disenchant and enchant items. And before us here, I've dusted off one of my higher level characters. This is the first character I ever made with Skyrim, and the oldest and the most powerful still to this day. He's a level 55 Khajiit thief, and he's pretty much learned a little bit of everything. I don't have anyone who is perfect at enchanting or even has very many points in it, although I do tend to dabble in it a bit. So let's look into the skill tree and take a look at enchanting. You'll see he has 84 points in enchanting, but only one perk point spent, and that is to make his enchantments 40% stronger. And we can go through these quickly. You see that there are 5 levels of this, and presumably they will all increase your enchantments to greater degrees. Here we have Soul Squeezer. Soul gems provide extra magicka for recharging. Soul Siphon. Death blows to creatures but not people. Trap 5% of the victim's soul, recharging the weapon. And then we can go to the second rank here is Insightful Enchanter. Skill enchantments on armor are 25% stronger. Corpus Enchanter. Health, magicka, and stamina enchantments on armor are now 25% stronger. And Extra Effect is the cap to this entire tree and allows you to put 2 enchantments on the same item. Oops. And the second rank on this part of the tree is Fire Enchanter. Fire enchantments on weapons and armor are 25% stronger. Frost Enchanter. Frost enchantments on weapons and armor are 25% stronger. And Storm Enchanter. Shock enchantments on weapons and armor are 25% stronger. Okay, that is a look at the skill tree and the perks you can find there. Now let's go ahead and use the Arcane Enchanter and take a look at how the actual table works. There is one problem with this character. He knows pretty much every enchantment in the game, so I can't actually disenchant anything for you. What I can do is essentially give you an idea of how it works. So here we have a Ring of Magicka. It increases your magicka by 30 points. Now if I didn't know this enchantment, what I would do under the disenchant tree here is click on the Ring of Magicka. It tells me right now the enchantment on this item is already known, so I can't destroy it, but what would happen if I did not know it is in the middle of the screen here it would say destroy the item to learn the enchantment, yes or no. If you say yes, the item will be destroyed. It will be removed from your inventory permanently, but you will also permanently learn the the enchantment. Now let's flip to the other side of this line here. Underneath Disenchant, you'll see a line underneath that is the actual enchanting. What you do is you pick the item you want to enchant. Let's say this gold sapphire ring. Now let's pretend that we had just learned that Fortify Magicka enchantment. So we would come down to Fortify Magicka, click on that. You'll see that if we try to do this enchantment, the max that we could do with my skill level is increase magicka by 28 points. Then we come down to select the soul gem we're going to use. This is essentially the battery that's going to power this effect. And for an item like this, for a piece of apparel, it's a permanent enchantment. In other words, it won't wear down over time, it won't run out of charges. And if we pick a lower quality soul gem filled with a lower quality soul, like a petty soul, we're only going to be able to increase our magicka by 2 points. If we stepped up to lesser, we would be able to increase it by 4. Common, we'd go up to 9. Now here we have the only other ones I have are all grand. Black soul gems are soul gems that can also hold the souls of humans or humanoids, sentients, let's say. And they're sort of considered taboo a bit. It's almost a bit like necromancy. Azura's Star is a Daedric item. It is something that can be used in different ways depending on how you complete the quest for it, but I believe in this form it is essentially a bottomless soul gem. I could fill it with as many soul gems, or as many souls as I put into it. And then we have grand soul gems, and they're all 3 of these are the grand level of soul, the max level. So that's the best I can do at the moment. So if I use the grand soul gem, come down to craft or press the craft key, I would enchant the item. Now if we go out to my inventory and items and look under apparel and find the gold sapphire ring, we see that it increases magicka by 28 points. The only thing that's a little different is enchanting weapons. If we select a weapon like this Daedric dagger and select an enchantment like, say, fire damage, now we have a slider. We can make a choice. We can do a little tiny bit of extra damage, 1 point, 3,586 times, or we can do 14 points of fire damage 196 times. So let's say we take the maximum damage for those 96 charges, say yes, then we come down to the soul gem, pick our grand soul gem again because that's the best soul gem that I have, and craft once more, and we have an enchanted weapon. And if we look in the inventory and weapons and go back up to Daedric daggers, you see that I now have a Daedric dagger that burns the target for 14 points of damage, and this gray bar represents the charges. It's like a power bar. So as this gray line decreases to be filled in with a darker gray, that's how many charges you've used and how many you have left. When it's full, bright gray like this, the charges are full, and if you use it, it will diminish. Okay folks, so that was a quick look at how enchanting works in Skyrim, and this has been Checkers with another viewer requested video. I would like to remind you that I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it's on my channel about page. If you look in the upper right hand corner, you will find a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. In this case, probably more skills of Skyrim. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative and maybe just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to subscribe and ask you to please take care.